Now, if you are in sales, you're producing, you've got to grow a book of business, I want you to think about three things as you plan your 2022. The goal is to get more clients, right? That's the obvious goal. We want to grow our clients, our revenue, our book of business. But to do that, there are three things we have to do very well. And you have to think about how you are going to implement this into your strategy next year. Number one, attract. You have got to attract the right prospects. I don't care what strategies you're using, whether it is cold calling, emails, LinkedIn, public speaking, webinars, you name it. What are you doing to attract the right prospects into your world? You have to have a system. Now, here's the key. Just because someone's attracted to you doesn't mean the prospect's ready to buy. One of the biggest gaps I see with brokers right now, the biggest struggles they have and where they feel they're not getting engagement with their prospects is when they get a prospect on the phone, the prospect shows interest but says, you know what, not right now, calls back in 6 months. And at that moment, that broker does nothing from the day they had that conversation to the 6-month period. So when they call the prospect back, the prospect doesn't remember them. That call is just as cold as it was the first time they called them. You have got to do something to nurture these prospects. Keep them interested. Even though they're not ready to buy right now, if you nurture them enough, when they're ready, they're going to buy from you. In 2015, I started sharing my monthly newsletter. Now, at that time, it was nothing more than an email that went out to a bunch of prospects. I attached a PDF, and every PDF every month had one strategy I wanted to share with them. Yeah, I gave away the farm. I shared a lot. I took the risk that my prospects could take my information and give it to their broker to see if he or she could implement it as well. But here's what happened. In 1 year, sharing a PDF of some strategies that I wanted to talk about, I wrote $180,000 of business just on the newsletter alone, because those prospects that I sent it to every month started reaching out to me. They realized that I was bringing more value to them than their current broker had in over 2 or 3 years. So the nurturing your prospects is just as important as attracting them. What is your system you're going to implement next year? It might be something as simple as a newsletter. What are you going to do to nurture your prospects so that when the day comes that they're ready to buy, you are the only person they're thinking about?